Hello everybody, welcome to my live Forever in Motion class. My name is Kereen and I am a recreation therapist with the Community Older Adult team, and I will be leading your class today. So what you're going to need is the usual, your tubing or TheraBand, a good sturdy chair, good pair of supportive running shoes, and your water bottle. And as usual, if you have all those things, we are good to go. If not, you can grab them quickly and join once you have them. Chair is there. Let's just start off with a march. Chair is there for whatever level of support you need. We recommend that you do the exercises behind the chair. Option 1, you're hanging on both hands. Option 2, maybe just fingertips or one hand. Option 3, your hands are hovering above the chair. It's there just in case you lose your balance and need to grab on. Of course, the other thing that you can do with a chair is, you can sit on it and do the exercises seated. And I'm just going to move it out of the way. For the sake of us leading the classes, we like to go to the side of the chair rather than behind, just so that you can see what we're doing with our legs. As always, make sure that you're working at your own pace. If at any point you're feeling pain, discomfort, or like you're overexerting yourself, make sure that you stop, slow down, or adapt to whatever you're doing. We always want it to be a safe class. Let's take those legs wide. So posture, really important. Get those shoulders back and down. Your core is engaged as much as possible throughout the class. So bracing your stomach nice and tight, as though someone's going to give you a nice playful punch in the stomach, and you're either sitting up nice and tall if you're doing the class seated, or standing up nice and tall, keeping that chest up nice and proud. Okay, let's go wide, wide, narrow, narrow with the legs. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. Keep the arms moving nice and big with it. We want to warm up upper body and lower body. I did mention that water bottle. Feel free to grab a drink of water anytime you need. You don't need to wait for me to tell you it's time for a drink. Very important to stay hydrated. Helps to regulate body temperature, makes for a safer workout, and it also helps to prevent cramps. Okay, so take note of which leg you're initiating the movement here. Are you starting with your left or your right? Okay, I'm starting with my right. So take note, tap down, and switch. If I'm going too fast, feel free to slow it down. And once you're warmed up, if I'm going too slow for you, feel free to go faster than what I'm doing. Okay, and let's keep it wide. You can start to lift those knees a little bit higher. If it works for you, remember, listen to your body. Do what works for you. Exact same thing if you're doing the class seated. Or the other thing is, feel free to switch back and forth from standing and seated. It's your class. Do what works for you. Everybody is different. Okay, so now instead of lifting those knees higher, let's bring that in for a little bit. Give those hips a little bit of a break, because what we're going to do then is, with the wide leg, we're going to take it down low. All right, so 4, 3, 2, last 1, take it wide. And just hold it at wide and take it down. Whatever works for you. If it doesn't work for you to take it down low, don't do it. Four, 3, 2, last 1, and bring it back up and legs together. And we'll take the legs back wide again in 4, 3, 2, last 1. Take the legs wide. Hold it there. Take it down low as what works for you. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring it back up. Legs together. And I think we'll do that one more time. You have to be really careful with my time today. I did have a request to do a 40-45 minute class. Normally I do 60. I have a real tough time doing a 40 or 45 minute, but I'm going to try my best today. So a certain someone can stop bugging me for a 45-minute class. You know who you are. Okay, we're going to take the legs wide again in 4, 3, 2, last one. Take the legs wide and take it down low. You want to keep those arms moving with it. Can you take it down a little lower? 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, bring it back up and legs together. Just march that out for a little bit. I am going to grab a drink of water. Feel free to do the same. I'm going to knock over everything while I'm at it. Keep the legs moving. All right. Just back to a regular march. And let's do tapping to the side. And we'll take the arms out to the side as well. It's kind of like a low impact jumping jacks. And 4, 3, 2, last one. We'll take it back to a march, regular march. And this time we'll take it to a cross-country ski. So arms are going to be going front and back, just like skiing arms. We're going to tap to the back, and it's the opposite arm. One arm goes to the front, the opposite leg is going back. You're still standing up nice and tall, remembering to keep that core engaged. Kind of check in every once in a while, and if you notice that that core is no longer engaged, engage it. You want to get in the habit of doing that throughout your day. Four, 3, 2, last one. And back to a regular march. All right, so we did the low impact jumping jacks. We did the cross-country ski. Again, low impact. What we're going to do now is kind of challenge our brains a little bit and combine those two moves. So let's start with the easier one first. We'll just tap back. Start with the legs only. So cross-country legs. And instead of the swinging cross-country arms, let's take the arms out to the side like we would for jumping jacks. Not bad. We can handle this one, right? Feel free to slow it down if you need to. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, and back to a march. Now what we are going to do after I switch, I can keep marching. I need to switch on my fan. It's getting toasty in here. Okay, let's take the legs back to the jumping jacks, low impact legs. So we're just tapping out to the side. And instead of our arms doing the usual jacks arms, what we're going to do is we're going to do the cross country ski arms. So arms are going front and back while the legs are going out to the side. And if you've never done this, or if it's been a while since you've done it, this is about the time when you see people's eyes rolling to the back of their head as they're trying to concentrate. But it does get easier. Keep trying, and it will get easier. Great for brain health to do things that challenge you, whether it's during exercise or any other time. Challenge that brain. You'll be glad you did. 4, 3, 2, last one, and back to a march. All right. And, let's see, how about one more of those brain challenging ones, which you've probably been doing these long enough that it's not that challenging anymore. Let's just do a tap out to the side. And arms are going to do a low swing to the same side as the leg that's tapping out. And we are going to switch that up and take the arms and legs to the opposite side. I didn't even count you down for that. Oops. Oh well. I never claimed for any of my classes to be perfection, but I do try to have fun in them. Four, 3, 2, last one, and regular march. Okay, it's about that time, so if I'm going to take it to a 45-minute class, we should probably start cooling down a little bit. I would imagine our heart rate is elevated, so we just kind of want to bring it down a bit now so that we can start with our strengthening. So just kind of slowing it down a bit. How about we, because we're going to be doing some stuff on our toes later, how about we march on our heels? So just bringing those toes up. You're marching on your heels. Try and stay standing up nice and tall. Kind of tough. Don't stick the butt out. Try and stand up nice and tall. Good thing I've got the wall behind me in case I lose my balance. Or the chair, right? Okay, you can probably start feeling that in your shin, your tibialis anterior. Let's take that down, regular march. Slow it down. Let's do a step touch. So step together, step together. Nice and slow. Bringing our heart rate and our breathing rate back down to normal. Take a quick peek here. Okay, and just an easy march, and grab another drink of water and grab your band or tubing, whatever you've got. We will start off with our back row. So you're going to need your chair. And get back a bit. Sitting up nice and tall towards the front of your chair. Core is engaged. And you know what? Before we start with that, let's do some posture. Hold that thought. So sitting up nice and tall. And let's do shoulder retraction. So pulling those arms, just sliding your hands back on your thighs, squeezing the shoulder blades down and together. Hold that for just a couple seconds here. And then release. And let's do that again. Slide those hands back. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and together. And how about, let's do that chin tuck. So that lovely L. The thumb is against your chest. The index finger is against your chin. Pull your chin back. Don't tilt it back. Pull it back. You get a lovely double chin. Makes you kind of talk funny. Okay, and while we've got that lovely double chin, do that shoulder retraction at the same time. All right. And we have never looked better than when we do that pose. All right, good stuff. Now grab your band and let's go into that back row. But remember that posture, okay, and that chin tuck. Try and keep that in mind. That's another good one to remember throughout your day too. Okay, legs are extended, heels are down, toes are kind of pointed so that band doesn't roll up and smack you in the face. Hands are on your thighs. Take a breath in and exhale as you slide your hands back to your hips. Point those elbows back and then release. Take a breath in, exhale. So you want to exhale on exertion, inhale on the release. Nice, slow and controlled both directions. Your eyes are on the horizon. You have that chest lifted, nice and proud. Nice, slow and controlled, both directions. Don't let the band snap or pull your arms back any faster. You control it. And try to point those elbows back when you're bringing it back. Kind of squeezing those shoulder blades together and down again. And we'll do a couple more. And last one. All right. Shake that out. Wait to move in my chair because we're not going to need that for a while. Let's go for our chest exercise. We are going to be doing a chest fly. So getting resistance in the band while your arms are extended. You know what? I haven't done this for a while. Let's double up the band if you're wanting to challenge yourself extra. Remember, do what works for you though. I'm going to try and challenge myself a little extra. Okay, so arms are out to the side. I've doubled up my band to make it more challenging. Take a breath in and exhale. As you are pulling forward, you're pulling the hands, bringing the hands forward. Think about, since this is a chest exercise, think about squeezing those chest muscles together. Focus on those chest muscles as you're bringing the arms together. When you're focusing on a muscle, you can quite often work that muscle more effectively. If you are wanting to challenge your balance a little bit more on this, change your stance. Your body will have to work harder to stabilize. And I'm going to switch which leg is in front and get used to that. And let's do two more. Last one. Okay, shake that out. Next, another back exercise. Let's do a back squeeze. So holding onto the band, and just to kind of give my band a break from the middle, I'm going to hang on to the end, a little bit more towards the end. And your index fingers are either touching or fairly close together. Elbows kind of out to the side. Your hands are about armpit height. Take a breath in and exhale. Make sure I'm not going to trip myself. as you're pulling apart. Inhale as you release. And inhale, nice, slow and controlled. Keep your shoulders relaxed. You don't want them up at your ears. If you are wanting to increase the challenge, you can double it up again, or you can put your hands closer together so your fingers are actually touching. If you are finding that that's too tough, you can lower the resistance by having your hands farther apart. And you are just bringing those elbows out to the side, again, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And down. Okay, how about a couple more? And last one. Okay, give those shoulders a shrug. And for our shoulder exercise, lateral raise. I like the lateral raise. Okay, hands, your palms are facing forward, core is engaged, and take a breath in. Exhale as we are lifting up. We are not locking the elbows. The arms are straight, but the elbows are not locked, and you are bringing the arms up to about shoulder height. But if you've got a tougher band or a shorter band and it's tough and this is about as far up as you can get it, then that's far enough. Or the other thing is you could stand on with one foot and kind of lessen the resistance that way to make it easier. You could also use that to challenge your balance a little bit more by doing the stride stance. Or you could even take it heel toe. Ooh, gonna challenge myself more here. How many have we done? How about, I kind of like these. Let's do, we already did 3, so let's do 2 more. And last one. Okay. Shrug those shoulders, shake them out a bit. Let's do a bicep curl. So we're gonna be standing on the band again. And for this one today, what I'd like to do, make sure you've got resistance on the band when your arms are extended. Your feet, just your basic stance, your feet are about shoulder width apart. Slight bend to your knees, just like your elbows. You don't want to lock elbows, you don't want to lock your knees either. Palms are going to be facing towards the wall behind me this time round. And take a breath in and exhale as we raise up. Inhale as we lower. If you are doing the classes seated and you're doing the bicep curl, make sure that you are always taking your arms through the full range of motion. You don't want to stop like where your lap is and not lower your arms all the way. You want to do that full range of motion so that you're working your muscles through that full range instead of only doing half the workout that you could. Again, with this one, you can challenge your balance. Last time around, let's see, how do I want to do this? That's awkward. There we go. You might have to think through some of these things. Or maybe just I do. I wanted to have the other leg in front this time because we normally do have better balance on one side than the other. So it's good to switch. If you're doing the stride stance, it's good to switch which leg is in front. Let's do 2 more. And last one. There we go. Shaking that out. Now for the tricep. And so take it in your right hand, throw it over your left shoulder. Lots of times I like to take the arm out to the side. Today I thought I'd do something different. And let's just take it straight down. So take a breath in. Keep that hand, your right hand will stay on your left shoulder. Do not move it. from the band that's coming out underneath rather than the top of it. That stays thrown over your shoulder. The band that's coming out underneath, take a breath in and exhale as we're going to take that arm straight down. Inhale as you release. So for this one, I'm going to try and challenge myself with my legs a little bit more. I'm going to do heel toe. Make sure that chair is there for you for whatever level of support you need. And I think, am I feeling brave? I am going to try looking side to side to bump up the challenge a little bit more. So turning your head side to side, I can feel the difference already. And let's do 2 more. There we go. Shake that out. I'm going to switch which leg is in front. Take it to heel toe again. Throw, I want this time my left hand across to my right shoulder. Keep that one there. Do not move it. Now with my right hand grabbing on just slightly below, and take a breath in. Exhale as I am straightening that arm. With this one too, as with any of the exercises, you can adjust the intensity of it, the resistance, make it a heavier, harder resistance, either by doubling up the band or by having your hands closer together. If you want to make it a little easier, have those hands farther apart. Okay, going to bump up the challenge for my balance a little bit more and look side to side. I like to pause for a bit in the middle just to avoid any possible issues with vertigo for anyone. Make sure that chair is there for you if you need it. And how about 2 more? Last one. There we go. Shake that out. I believe we're done with our bands for today. Our core exercise, what I wanted to do, actually grab a drink of water. Make sure you're keeping those legs moving. All right, sitting up nice and tall, more towards the front of your chair. I am going to move my chair back just a little bit so that you can see me a little bit better. All of me, that's what I mean. Okay, and what we're going to do is, last time I had done kind of a seated version of the dead bug, starting by core is engaged, you're sitting up nice and tall, leaning back slightly but not touching the back of the chair. Let's just alternate legs. Make sure that you kind of have your chin tucked a little bit. I'm cracking and creaking. Okay, opposite arm, opposite leg. Feel free to take a break if you need. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Okay, so you might need to slide back a little bit more. What I want you to do is keep the legs out. Let's crisscross. Keep those shoulders back. Crisscrossing the legs, one on top, one on the bottom. Alternate which one is going on top. Okay, hang in there. Let's do the same with the arms. We're almost there. Three, 2, last one. Nice. Okay, shake that out. Oh, do we want to do that again? Let's do it one more time. Do we have time? Ooh, I'm gonna sneak it in. Lean back, get those legs going. Cross with the arms. Four, three, two, last one. Okay, shake it out. And what do I want to do now? I want to do our squat. That's what I want to do. And I like having the chair there for a squat. Kind of lets people feel a little bit more comfortable with getting down a little bit lower sometimes. So I kind of just have my heel on the inside of the chair legs. Let's see how that works for me. And make sure head, neck, spine is in good alignment. Sitting back, nice, slow, 3, 2, 1, just so that you feel the chair there. And then pushing down through your heels, squeezing your buttocks together, your butt muscles, and bring yourself to a standing position. So sitting down to the count of 3 and standing up to the count of 2. So 3, 2, 1. Feel that chair on the back of your thighs and up for 2. 3, 2, 1. Up for 2. Oh, let's slow that down a little bit more. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. How's that? I can count. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel that chair. 3, 2, 1. Slow it. Nice and slow going down. And a little bit faster coming up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. The more you slow the exercises down, the more they are going to challenge you. Okay, so the one thing that I didn't mention here is also make sure that you are keeping those knees back beyond your toes. So they're not coming beyond your toes. That's what I should say. Keep your knees back. And let's do one more. Nice and slow. Slow it down as much as you can. Hold it there. Hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up slow. There we go. Shake that out. All right. Next up, hip abduction. So take the leg out to the side. Heel, you're leading with the heel. Turning the toe in, you're maybe even a little bit pigeon-toed. Okay, so let's just start with just single, alternating. And let's add in a pulse. So we're going to pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it out to the other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're leading with the heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your core is still engaged. Your shoulders are back and down. 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're standing up nice and tall. You're not leaning to the side. 3, 2, 1. How about one more each side? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I think we started out with this leg, so we got to keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake that out. Are you feeling that in your hips and your abductor muscles? Nice. Okay, how are we doing for time here? Okay, I'm going to have to skip one of the ones I wanted to do with you. Let's go to a calf raise. So up onto your toes. So up, chair's there if you need it. So up onto your toes and pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower. So you're pulsing it at the top. So raising up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take it up to your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. If you get a cramp in your calf, stretch it out. Okay, so keep going with that pulsing. I'm going to show you. If you get a cramp, take that leg back, press the heel down, and lean forward to stretch out that calf. We're not ready for that part though. If you can, still keep going with the pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do 10 pulses. Up and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was awesome. Let's do that one more time. Up onto your toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shake that out. Whew. That was good. All right, and let's throw in a balance one before we start with our stretching. So for balance, what I wanted to do is I would like you behind your chair. So if you kind of turn sideways to your chair, just so it's there if you need it. And we're going to do a heel-toe walk. And so start, but make sure that chair is there within arm's reach. You're going to go back and forth, heel-toe. How far is my wall? Okay. And like I said, chair is there if you need it. I'm not going to scare you by getting too close. And to bump up the challenge, let's look side to side while we're walking. Chair is there if you need it. Okay, and back. And I think that's all I have time for. So that is a nice, easy, and a really good balance exercise for you. Okay, time for stretching. I'm going to do my best to make this a 45-minute. Okay, sitting up nice and tall towards the front of your chair, core is engaged. Extend the one leg out, heel down, toe pointing up, soft knee. And if you're leaning on a leg for support, it is that bent one. So just kind of hinging forward at the hips. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstring, the back of your thigh. And you are leaning forward to about a 45-degree angle. Make sure your head, neck, and spine are in good alignment. So your line of vision should be about 3 to 4 feet ahead of you on the floor. Remember, when you're stretching, slight discomfort is okay. But if you're actually feeling pain, then you've gone too far and you need to let up a little bit. Pull that toe up more towards your shin, and you should feel the stretch in your calf. Shaking that out, extend the other leg, heel down, toe pointing up, soft knee, core is engaged, hinging forward at the hips. Feel a nice stretch in your hamstring, head, neck, spine, all in good alignment. We don't want to do that reaching for the toe that we used to do, because then that'll make us curve our spine. Bring the toe up more towards your shin. Feel the stretch more in your calf. Feel free to lean forward a little bit more, as long as you can maintain that good posture. When I say lean, I'm meaning hinging at the hips. Okay, shaking that out. Let's do our hip flexor quad stretch. So you're turning, so you've got one butt cheek on the chair, one off, take that front leg back, sitting up nice and tall. Again, core is engaged, eyes on the horizon. This is where you want to feel the stretch. If you want to feel a little bit more, you can lean back just slightly. If you want to stretch out the obliques a little bit at the same time, you can give a reach up. But remember, we aren't bending and curving that spine. We are just lengthening to add to that stretch. Okay, turning it around the other way, I'm going to turn my chair a bit. take the other leg back, sitting up nice and tall. And as I mentioned, you can lean back slightly. If you're leaning forward, you're not really going to feel much there for a stretch, unless your hips are really tight. If that's where you need to start, totally fine. But you want to feel a stretch there. If you're not feeling anything, it's not doing anything for you. Lean back a little bit if you like, and add in that arm if you like. Eyes on the horizon, head, neck, spine in good alignment. All right, bring that arm down. Oh, darn, I'm gonna go over a little bit. Let's see, I wanna sneak another one in here. Let's do this one. All right, so your glute hip stretch. If you cannot get your leg right across like this, feel free to use the other one as a ramp, slide it up, or to just keep your leg at whatever height works for you. Okay, hinging forward at the hips, feel free to give a gentle press on the inside of your knee. Boy, time goes fast doing these classes. Okay, switch, shake that out a little bit. Switch, which leg is up? Gentle press here if you like as you're hinging forward. This is where you want to feel that stretch. Feels good. Feel free to take some nice deep breaths here and there. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Nice and relaxing, especially when you're doing those stretches. All right, shaking that out. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. Let's go for that oblique stretch. So reaching up and slightly diagonal. I want to stretch out the obliques. Give a gentle pull. Notice I am not curving the spine. I don't want to compromise my spine just in case of osteoporosis. You never know who has osteoporosis, so you always should be careful. You never know if you have it. It's called the silent thief because you don't notice. You don't feel the bone density sneaking away on you. Okay, that same arm that's up, reach it down between your shoulder blades. Gentle press on your elbow or in your triceps area. This is where you want to feel the stretch. Bring those arms down, shake it out. Other arm up. Gentle pull, slightly diagonal, feeling that stretch in your obliques. Core is still engaged. Taking that arm down, gentle press on your elbow or in your triceps area. And I didn't mention, but if you have shoulder issues and that doesn't feel so good, feel free to take that tricep stretch across to the other side and stretch it out that way. Okay. Taking the arms out, stretch it. Let's do some nice big shoulder rolls. Okay, one arm out to the side, bring it across from underneath, grab on, pull it in closer. If you want, you can take those legs to the side too. Widen your stance, throw in some hand circles, reverse those circles. So this is where you want to feel that stretch in your shoulder area and in your adductor muscles, the inside of your thigh. Shaking that out. Bring the other arm across from underneath, reach up, grab on, pull it in closer, take the legs to the other side, make sure your toes are still pointing forward, throw in those hand circles. Reverse those circles. All right, shaking that out. And let's do, we didn't do the chest. Take those shoulders back, arms are at about 45-degree angle. We're stretching open the chest and the biceps stretch at the same time. So thumbs are up, rotate the hands around and press those shoulders back again. You should be feeling the stretch more in your biceps. Rotate those thumbs back up, bend the hands back at the wrist, rotate around again, press the shoulders back, and you should be feeling it more in your forearm. We did the reverse bicep, so this is when you do the reverse bicep curl, you feel it more so in your forearm, so it's good to especially include this stretch when you're doing your stretching at the end of the class. Okay, shake that up. Nice big shoulder rolls backwards. Finishing off with deep cleansing breaths. 3 of them will do. So inhale through the nose, exhale through your mouth. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Keep your chest up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One last time, deep breath, stretch it up and exhale and give yourself a hand. I'm sure you did awesome because all our participants are and always do awesome. So thank you very much for joining. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave comments or to contact myself or any of the others on the team. We love hearing back from you. So take care and we will catch you another time. Bye-bye.